Another Protoss here, kind of shining through. He's the blue Protoss player from the Raise Your Edge Gamers. He is Zest. His opponent on the opposite side of the map, all the way to the right top side, the red Terran. Teamless, but still an absolute powerhouse. Just like the other teamless player we just saw. Will we have two teamless players actually advance? He is BYUN. BYUN. Is a BYUN. Zest is the best, but you still like Zaun. I mean, Zaun, he is just the real best, isn't he? Zaun ain't no clown. What's the probe doing here? Does he actually want to chase this SEV here? Is he afraid of some sort of a proxy? What in the world is he on about? He's spending in a lot. I guess he wants... Oh, right, of course, it's the engineering bay block, right? He doesn't want to get engineering bay blocked. He's doing a really good job so far. Bimo, there we go. Nexus down. Of course that's the case. It's like he is being really adamant about keeping that probe on top of that SCV. Is it not more important to get the scout off on the opposite side of the map? But apparently not for our Zest man right here. We'll be looking for the destruction of all SCVs he comes across. Of all the SCVs. Reactor will be built as the factory right beside it. Wondering if we're going to get the switch up there, of course, for a couple of Hellions, or maybe a couple of Widow Mines. BYUN known to also be quite the aggressive player here, but a bit more so than Time. Time still, of course, trying to grab himself that very quick command center. BYUN a bit more open to the idea of just kind of laying that entire deal and just try to get himself that harassment going a bit quicker himself. Looks like it will be Hellions, yeah. So there's no starports on the way. Widow Mine's hard to harass without the medevac flying with them. The Hellions a bit easier, right, to still get a run by or something like that. Yeah, it's a good opportunity since there's no wall in the at the natural, nor is there a wall on the high ground. Zest also preparing for the Reaper kind of thing. As we know, there has not been a single Reaper on this map just quite yet. BYUN, it's not that uncommon that he just skips the entire idea of having a Reaper around. He doesn't mind that much. We'll be looking around for a bit of the proxies though. Not on the right side of the map so far, but I would imagine he's going to go to the other side right now. Unless if with the 4 Hellions he's just aiming more so towards his own kind of harassment. And yeah, that's actually going to be the case. Zest. Okay, looks like he has his wall up in time as well. So these Hellions, they're going to have a bit of a rough time. Need to... Ooh, they are not able to break on through as easily as they would like to. Do manage to get rid of that Adept though. And here we are. First shot doing okay. The second shot a bit less. Starting to get some damage. The Oracle also coming in here, by the way. But that is... Oh, that is not a hit. That is quite concerning. 11. One more? Not one more. 11 versus 6. 11 versus 6. Okay. I mean... Take into consideration that... Sure, that is twice as many worker kills here for BYUN. He invested more into getting that harassment going as well, right? He delayed his own command center. And I'm not sure if I would put him in a good spot right here now. Zest has been incredibly proficient with the production of his probes also. And will not be looking like he's going to take any further damage at this moment either. Is even going to keep that Dark Shrine hidden very well here. That is across the map also. Trying to get rid of that Oracle here. Now we'll just have to sacrifice one of those Widow Mines. But in return, he's going to have that medevac maybe have an opportunity here. Needs to hurry it up though. Those Stalkers and the Oracle are coming back. He did stand still there for a little bit. Took a bit of a detour. So maybe that's gonna do, kind of negate the amount of stuff that he can actually do here. And yeah, that is just a shame, isn't it? Felt like more was possible there, but I mean, I don't blame him either, to be fair. You would assume there's still something around this area, right? Maybe another warping of stock or something. It would make sense, but wasn't the case this time around. The game of StarCraft is a hard mistress. A hard thing to really catch everything and all things about continuously. There is a tech lab on the way on that starport, so he is looking to make himself a Raven, I would assume. Or he's just going to go straight into the Banshee play. He's going to have 1.5 scans right here. That is in... Yeah, he does have it available right now. Going to set up with the SEVs here. Trying to ensure that the DTs do not walk away. Not sure why he put these scans so far into his main base as well. Where's the other scan? The other scan is ready right now. Doesn't need to let more SCVs go down. Okay, there we are. 7 of them again, though. That is quite the harsh fall. Could start up a Raven here as well, but looks like he's going to try to go more so for... Okay, well, this is just going to be it, isn't it? Halfway there for the scan. Missile turrets are trying to get created. He did manage to do a lot of probe damage, actually, as well, during all of this with another Widowmine drop. 10 workers did go down for Zest. Let's take a look. Ooh, you know what? This is a very weird game. This is just a very, very weird game. 46 energy right now. He's going to have the 50 pretty soon, but with the recall, does get out of there. Okay, so, I mean, we still have like a 20 worker lead here for Zest. Even though both of them kind of getting around the same amount of workers killed. Apparently I'm being called. Shut that off. Fourth base here already on the way for Zest. I mean, BYUN with his back up against the wall really does require to get himself a bit further in. Onwards we go. Siege tanks, they do get a good position here, don't they? Let's see if it's going to be good enough. Nice auto turret there as well, helping out. Not sure if he wants to target down the Stalkers here or the Phoenix. I guess he just wants to target down the Stalkers, actually. Keep his Marines afloat, and that is doing a pretty good job so far. We'll be able to pick off a ton of these probes. 1 DT on the Siege tank. We'll be able to get rid of that. That's a bit of an unfortunate thing. Probably busy with the defense, as there is Dark Templars in his main base as well. Or, well, the natural base. And now we are kind of seeing Zest taking a bad trade overall. BYUN does have a 3rd base assembled as well. Of course, Zest still has the 4 base, but did lose a lot of workers here. Even going to lose some more because of the Liberator. Getting 4 more probes. Can't believe he's getting, actually, yes, 7. Wow, okay. That is quite nutty. Raven harassments also taking place still. Does BYUN still have enough at home now in order to kind of maintain this reasonably sunnily turned around position in this game? Auto turrets, maybe a bit ambitious to try and take out a Nexus that way. Did he ever fly by the proxy? Yes, he did. Okay, he only knows about the Stargate being there, so... Okay. I think a lot of people as well, they really like BYUN because he's the trifecta of just what people want to see in StarCraft 2 plays, right? He's very micro-orientated. He does new stuff now and again, right? Makes new builds. And he's also an emotional player. He does get emotional when he loses. He tries his hardest every single time because of this as well. Right, Stalker's kind of starting to claim some territory here in the middle of the map. I don't think they're aware of the other outskirts of Terran units that is going towards the main base. Also, of course, BYUN absolutely gorgeous. A magnificent piece of manliness. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, he's gonna lose these units right now. Just gonna try to trade as efficiently as possible. I like that he didn't just panic and picked everything up. It's always a good thing, right? Okay, Zest with his full bases still managed to kind of claim, or, well, reclaim control of the economy side of this map here. Even though BYUN felt like he was in a really good spot to start taking control of that. Can't believe that medevac still got killed off as well. That was a bummer. Zest, man, that is one hell of a Zealot Stalker army. I mean, it's rather silly, right? Isn't it? Like, how come suddenly we see so many Protoss people going for the Zealot Stalker army, right? It seems such like a basic type of army force. If it's this good, people should have been doing it for a long time, shouldn't they? But maybe maybe people just now only figuring out kind of how to make it work instead of just if it works. Let's take a look at the units count right here. Yeah, I mean, 32 Zealots, 19 Stalkers. This is going to have a big downswing at some point, right? Like, there's no way he's going to be able to beat the bio units of BYUN here. Although, you know what? He does have a very, very significant upgrade disadvantage. He doesn't have a single upgrade. He's up against 2 to 1 here. His +1 weapons is about to finish up, but, I mean, the +3 weapons and the +2 armor is about to finish up here for Zest. So, has a clear advantage. Zest making another Dark Shrine, even though he already made the... Wait a moment, did he lose the Dark Shrine? Oh my god, what the hell? How did that happen? Oh right, yeah, it was here, of course. I forgot it was there. I was like, where was BYUN in that side of the map? I missed, but no, it was just the... It was proxied, of course. Look at how long it takes for this amount of Zealot or Marines to deal with one Zealot. That is crazy. And then look at the amount of Zealots that we have. I mean, that's going to be nuts. That's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. 4 upgrades ahead right here for the Protoss. Just needs to be careful not to step into Widow Mines, really, right? How many Widow Mines? We got 10 Widow Mines. I mean, that's a very solid amount. Zest just got to be a little bit careful, but I think he's in a really good spot to make this work. The Ghost Academy, that may as well be sniped off as well, right? That may... Ooh, that was close, though. The Stalker's kind of luring these bio forces inwards, but at the same time, the Zealots on the back foot of things. There's still a really good, large majority of bio, though, on the backside as well. I think, you know what, this may have been an overextension coming out of Zest. Zest taking quite the hit on the chin and is not going to have such an easy time kind of recuperating his forces here, I would imagine. Although he does have an alright bank, I'm not sure if that's the force you want to go with, right? Just more Zealots, more Stalkers. Maybe if we do have BYUN getting aggressive, maybe that will be able to work. But, I think Zest wanted those Zealots on the other side kind of collapsing in on top of the bio forces as they were microing backwards, right? So, in order to stop the kiting. But BYUN already having another force over here in order to start kiting against those Zealots. So, It was a really well-positioned fight there for BYUN. The Widowmine's doing an alright job as well. Let's see, 5 kills, 4 kills. Both of those 1 kill. Not bad, not bad. Widowmine drops coming in. Looks like 2 probes go down so far. BYUN's trying to just kind of keep this hidden, put it elsewhere. Hopefully Zest won't notice at some point. Cannon in the main base is not going to get another shot off. Unfortunately, that would have been a big one. Oh, we got a fight going on as well here. There are the, well, the storms. The ghosts are assembled also. Need to try and deal with this, with the Archon balls. There we go. 5 workers do go down. 9 workers in total, though, for Zest here. We're still seemingly to struggle with the Widowmines, some of them in his base. Just add more cannons. That's the solution here. More cannons, less troubles. Widowmine over there in the, what is it, the 5th base? Pretty good as well. Yeah, the 4th base still quite a bit open. BYUN doing a really good job once again. I mean, every time I feel like he's in a bad spot, but he manages to hold on here. The upgrade advantage, of course, still won 4 upgrades, but that's just going to shrink now at this point in time as Zest maxed out on his upgrades. Has Colossi, does have Storm, does have this next tier tech though, but he gave BYUN one hell of a time as well to just kind of start up his own tech also, so he's not even behind anymore. It's actually a little bit on par, if not ahead. 12 workers go down on that side. Do we have another Widowmine in this medevac? Yes, we do. That is going to be aiming for this base, I would assume. Ooh, great EMPs right there, hitting all of the Stalkers and the Colossi. BYUN finding a good moment to try and start charging forwards the Vikings. There we go, picking off the Observer. Always a good thing as well. Allows those Widowmines to stay hidden for a lot longer. It's got a Widowmine over here also. Nice. That should make a shot, right? Come on. There we go. Yeah, okay. Was surprised the other one did not get shot at. Alright, BYUN needs to be careful here once again. There's no disruptors though. That's one of the things that I'm missing here for the army of Zest. Although I guess he's going for the Storm instead of this. No, okay, there are disruptors now on the way. Wait, he hadn't... Oh my god, he still doesn't have extended thermal. Just gonna grab it now though. There we are. Maybe was looking for a fight a lot earlier on, but really couldn't because, well, he doesn't have extended thermal lance. Oh, that is rough. That is very rough. I like that though, just dropping the High Templar, knowing that they're gonna go down. He's still getting a good bit of Stormage. And now with all these Bio Forces actually in the red or in the orange HP, they may want to consider moving back, try to heal up. They only have 3 medevacs though, and they are almost out of energy. 4 medevacs right now. Zest not pressing his advantage though, is going to stay back and not look for the engagement right there. Look at that. That's a crazy amount of time it's taking to heal up these forces right now. None of these medevacs will have energy remaining in a little bit. I got quite a scary moment though for BYUN. Definitely a moment where he could have been toppled. Those Storms really doing a number still on him. Even though he handled the War Prism so nicely, he still ran into the Storms kind of, right? Uh-oh. 3 Widowmines there. That's a nice bit of disruptorage. This could be a big fight. Ooh, okay. Man, that always scares me. That always scares me. Absolutely terrifies me. He sees that there's an army here. Yeah, he's still going to continue moving forwards. There's a big clump of zealots waiting on the flank here. And they will be able to intercept, well, some of those units trying to make the base trade happen. Zest, where is he going to go to? He will be trying to move himself back across the field, back to his own base. No recall there being spent. is going to try to safeguard this base. Will that be the right call? Now, of course, we have BYUN with a massive concave here. Zealots coming in from the backside. Disruptors also coming in from the back. Not quite finding an opportunity as BYUN is microing further and further away from the disruptors on the right side. Oh, those disruptors. Careful, BYUN, please. Okay, there's one hit that happens, but that's no longer enough. Another disruptor falls. Zest taps on out of there. BYUN with one hell of a daring move, just rushing across the map right there. Dodging and weaving the disruptor shots. He managed to take it. First game goes into his pocket. Oh. That was very nice. That was very nice. BYUN and Clem are insane at negating the disruptors. They really are. They really are. BYUN also in particular, just like, oof. Right there. I mean, we saw one disruptor shot really land. Another one on the Widow Mines, I suppose, but that one was a given, right? You're not going to save those Widow Mines anymore. And if you are, that is just mental. That is absolutely mental. Well played by our Protoss boy. But a little bit better played by our Terran boy. So, BYUN taking that point right there. Alright, Death Aura. That is being picked by... Zest right here. Death Aura. It's a pretty good map for Blink Micro overall, right? It does okay for itself. There's an easy pathway from the natural front door towards the side entrance. Well, the cliff area for the main base. It's quite wide open there as well. A lot of space to jump into. We'll have to see if that is going to happen here, of course. I'm always surprised, actually, at how considerate all my friend listed people are. None of them are messaging me in BattleNet rude things as I'm streaming. Like, it just hasn't happened yet. I say yet. Of course, maybe now after I've mentioned it, people are going to look into it. But very often I forget to put myself on busy. So that's always an opportunity there. But luckily, I have very mature friends. That's for sure. Okay, so after that lie, we have ourselves a blue Protoss player in the top left side. He's fighting for the Raise Your Edge Camus. He is Zest. I did not press that one. There we go. And in the bottom right side, the red Terran player fighting for nobody but himself. He is BYUN. The Korean pocket knife, the one-man army. Let's see how he will be competing here against Zest in this round number 2. I'm going to go for the sneaky route this time. We'll try to get that engineering bay block off once again. Hopefully the probe will not spot him this time around. That was a really close game. Honestly, I liked what I saw there from Zest. There were a couple of things that did make me scratch my head overall, but there definitely was some pretty darn cool things happening right there. Alright, there's the engineering bay. Looks like that's going to go uncontested for quite a bit. So it will be a long while before Zest is going to be able to get rid of that one. This is what it feels like. You know, as somebody that plays Zerg as well, this is just like, haha, haha, take that, Protoss. Think you can just steal bases, or at least make it hard for people to expand? Well, it's happening to you now as well. If you start something, you better be prepared to finish it. If you do something to someone else, you better prepare for the inevitable fact that it's going to happen to you as well. To be fair, Zest does the natural block on every single Zerg. Like, no exception. Alright. So reactor here, once again with the factory. Aiming to get himself a couple of those Hellions. There you go, there's the cancel. Look at the delay on that. That is a Stargate before the Nexus, pretty much, right? That's how much this is delayed. It really allowed BYUN to get away with his factory as well, and then still have the same timing with his command center as the Nexus. Now, at the same time as well, delaying that Nexus, I mean, means that there's going to be more boots on the ground or wings in the sky, I suppose, here for Zest to try and deal with the Hellions on their own as well, also. A bit of a supply block there for a short, brief moment. But should be okay. Full Hellions will be acquired. We'll have to wait and see if these Phoenixes will be around to try and deal with them. Stop them from gaining entry towards the probe line here. There we go, that's the 4 Hellions now, moving across. No safety bunker here just quite yet. There is a Zealot coming in. I mean, I like the fact that he just sent the Zealot across, trying to avoid the Hellions here as well. The Phoenix does get the scout off on the Hellions, so needs to get his butt back in gear. And, alright, Zest just going to play it safe, puts down the pylon here. Will not allow those Hellions any type of access into the natural nor the main base. Just going to be able to take out 2 of those Hellions as well for pretty much free. The Zealot not getting any kills so far, but I mean, making a Hellion micro a bit harder to do, I suppose. That's about it. That's about it. Widow mines being prepped for dropping. Flying across the map right there. A couple of Phoenixes looking around being like, wait a moment. What else is going on here? What other stuff are you trying to procure for yourself? What kind of maleficent plans do you have planned? BYUN. Gonna get himself a Cyclone here, also a Viking. I would assume that is just in response to the Stargate opening. Perhaps anticipating Oracles as well, or maybe just wanting not to take too much damage from those Phoenixes. A good call also. Oh, that is rough. That is extremely rough. I have to pick absolutely everything up. Does manage to do so. Still 2-3 Phoenixes here. Yep, okay. That is rough. That's as rough as it gets. 2 Hellions on this third base. There's no probes there just quite yet, so we'll not be able to get any damage there either. I mean, this has been pretty much as close to a perfect start as you can get so far for Zest. Had it not been for that engineering bay block. But even with that engineering bay block, I don't think he minds too much, because those Phoenixes are absolutely killer right now versus whatever BYUN is trying to do. In a way, to me, it almost feels like BYUN forced Zest into a perfect response to what he was doing. Right? Because if you did go for the Nexus before the... well, during the Cyber Core, before the Stargates, the Stargate would be quite a bit later. The Phoenix would be quite a bit later. Maybe he would have been able to do something here. The Phoenix would have not scouted the Hellions coming across the map, so maybe he would have gotten an opportunity there. Like, little tiny things here. But, oh well. We have seen BYUN make a comeback before already today. Let's see if he'll do it again. It's only 10 workers behind this time around, not just 20. Realizing that there's not that many Marines here. Just gonna pick them all up and take them all out. Missile turret right there made it a bit more difficult for the Marines to get underneath the Phoenixes, but I mean, maybe it looked like they didn't want to be underneath the Phoenixes to begin with, so. A little scouting Zealot now being taken out. The man that rid the world of the proxy engineering bay. Alright. Where are we headed here? Fourth base, full Zest. Robo. And the Robo Bay. The Robo and the Robo's Bay, as they say. Yeah. For BYUN, it's kind of hard to say still. Would assume we're going to see a timing attack before he takes a fourth base here. Wondering if it's going to be on position or if he's already going to start it. Wait for that to complete and fly it over as he is moving out. Those are kind of the questions on my mind. We do have the armory finishing up, so it's going to take a while before he has the +2/+2 upgrades going for himself. Of course, already going here for Zest. Time is ticking for the upgrade advantage here for BYUN. It's quite slight, but still something, right? Just a single extra upgrade there. It's never a bad thing. Although apparently you can fall behind with 4 upgrades versus Protoss and still be relatively okay. So who knows? Who knows what those upgrades do, truly. Ghost Academy also already coming up. There's the 4th base, and that could be the sign here for BYUN that he wants to start moving out. Still staying kind of at home. Keeps a reasonably sized portion of his forces in the overall barricades here of the Terran base. Could get a pickup on that siege tank right now. Just gonna go prioritize the SCVs instead. Perfectly fine as well. Zealots on the right. Do we have the Phoenixes scouting this? Yes, we do. Guess there was an observer there as well. In we go. BYUN 98 army supply strong here. Could be quite the hassle. Disruptors are on production, but it's going to be up to the Colossi for now. It's only 2 Vikings, I suppose, so that's a good thing. Oh, the Widowmine's doing quite a bit of damage here, but I don't think we... Oh my god, those Widowmines! Those Widowmines are absolutely killer. Just 4 Stalkers remain. If those bio units would have just been able to... Oh my... That is more... That is 19 probes worth of damage? During all of that, he got 19 probes worth of damage here? That is crazy. Oh... Uh-oh. Okay. Oh no! I got close. Scan! Scan! Alright. That's just funny. That's just funny. Well, Widowmine's about to reset here as well. Pew! Well, one of them. Observer comes in. We'll be able to get rid of that. 4 medevacs. 4 medevacs filled with fancy... well, fugitives, right? I suppose. The Marines, they are fugitives, according to the law. They're prisoners that are put into suits and then sent out to do battle with the aliens. Alright, doing a good job so far. In the middle, we also have a bit of a fight. A scramble, as they call. Most of the stuff here does get out of the main base as well. I mean, doing a lot of damage? No, not really, but keeping Zest on his own 2 toes as well. BYUN's making more of an army setup for the late game here. He's grabbing himself the final piece of the pie. The final piece of the puzzle. Is going to be the weapons upgrade for the ships. And it will be Liberators. Even getting himself the fusion core here for the added in range. Absolutely crucial for those types of situations. Ooh, 2 Archons here. A little bit loose with the pathing. We'll be able to get picked off, but at the same time, those Marauders and Marines overstaying their welcome. Fight here on the right side also. A Zealot run by does get caught out, but the forces for Zest here looking rather promising. 3 Disruptors behind this. What do we have? Okay, there's the Liberators. Those Liberators should be enough to kind of thwart the encroaching army here of Zest, but Zest just moves around. will try to get himself right on top of this planetary fortress. This repair is strong. The Liberators need to really get on top of this as well. So far, still having that War Prism, still having those Disruptors. And the Colossi mostly also. And that's a good kill there for Zest, of course, being able to take out a base right there. Was a rough trade overall, but I think he's going to be okay with it. Ooh, moving into those Liberator zones, never a thing that is going to happen for free. Good effort there by those Liberators, or sorry, the Disruptors there. We don't have the Liberator range yet, do we? No. Guess BYUN spending his money elsewhere. Although he does have the money for it. This could just be a massive mistake, actually, guys. It could be that he forgot. Or maybe I'm just not seeing it. No, I'm fairly certain that he forgot. He may be under the impression that it's already on the way here. Because he definitely has the money for it. He's maxed out. There's no reason why he shouldn't. In fact, there's so many reasons why he should right now. That would be a disheartening way of losing a game here, but... important to note. On the right side, that is not an army of zealots that you would like to run into. Okay, is going to try to just get away with as many forces as possible here on the left side. There we go, the Liberators. I mean, look at the amount he has right now. That is no reason not to have that Liberator range coming in here. Disruptors coming in as well, still with the short range. Liberators trying to strike back. There's that counterattack coming in from Zest. That is a massive, just armada of zealots crushing in like a deadly wave. Two dropships did manage to get across, though. There's a recall being made. I think that's from the main force. That is from the main force indeed. The Medevacs picking back up again. Gonna try their luck elsewhere. Not really finding any luck, as he's losing a lot of SCVs here across the field in his own mineral line. 17 going down in total. 18 in fact. It's a rough thing indeed. BYUN, this is a daring move here. You don't see this all too often. It's just the Liberators and the Vikings coming across. Still no Liberator range in production, by the way, guys. Already a ton of stock is being warped in, preparing for the potential running in of all those Liberators and the Vikings. Doing a scan, realizing, you know what? Nope, never mind. We gotta get the heck out of here. Forces of BYUN on the right side also going to get absolutely smothered. A big blink right on top of that. Liberators without +2 is just bad. Yeah, it's interesting why he hasn't started those upgrades, right? He hasn't. That's a good point. He hasn't started the +2 weapons upgrade yet either. He's got so many of them, right? He's got 12. It's going to be so incredibly good to have those upgrades. Here we go. Oh, the DT harassment right there. We'll be able to take out a planetary fortress. Good dodge on the Widowmine. And now the main army of the Protoss is just rolling in. Coming in around the corner. That's the Liberators sieging up. A little bit too close for comfort, perhaps, but we'll be able to safeguard this for a little bit longer. BYUN is hurting, though. He has no economy left. He has no economy whatsoever. Zest is doing a wonderful job denying all of these bases, rotating around. Avoiding the Liberator zones as well. Now for BYUN, I mean, now I get why he's not getting those upgrades, but now he is getting it. Must have realized, like, oh, wait a moment. I feel like I'm supposed to have this right now. He started it up at this moment in time. I'm fairly certain that's a mistake. Like, I'm fairly certain. It's just such a good upgrade overall that you can't afford not to get it. That's a lot of Liberators. That is a funky sight. 4 probes instantly. Medevacs on the left. Like, BYUN still... I mean, to be fair, with where he's at in this game, he's doing a wonderful job still granting himself a bit of breathing room here. Would like to see that +2 air weapons as well coming in. Ooh, Ghost. Ghost stays up. Ghost stays afloat. It's nice. The medevacs intercepted here. Very, very well done. Great anticipation there by Zest, finding the pathing there and gets himself rid of those units. DT's just blinking forward once more. Getting more of the economic damage here. Disruptors on the other side, aiming towards getting themselves a bit of the bio chipped away. The Liberator range now really kicking in, finally. Finally being quite useful here. 3 Liberators not going to be enough against that amount of Stalkers though. Especially with just a +1 weapons attack. So be careful though, Zest can still overextend the army. For BYUN, still a strong one. Still quite the powerful, just overall army to have to deal with here. And as Zest is maybe, I wanna say diluting perhaps a little bit for a straight up battle with those Tempests, right? His overall army strength, he's, I suppose, still ahead with a enormous amount of supply regardless. So it feels like he should be able to get away with it. It's just the Tempest. I'm never a big fan of Tempest. I guess it's good to get rid of those Liberators. But when you go head to head, sometimes they are a little bit lackluster. He went up to 5 of them as well here. Gonna try to get those upgrades going. DT's on the back foot. These could be pretty good actually. There we go, just blinking right on top of this as well. Now the Stalkers come in. That's just it. That's GG. That's all BYUN had left, or at least half of it. No way of reinforcing it anymore. GG. Zest ties up the series. Okay. Okay, bit of a bummer there for BYUN. I'm not sure if he would have won that if he did have that ranged upgrade here, of course, or if he did have the extra added in damage upgrade for the Liberators. But you know what? Not having an definitely doesn't help. That definitely did not help at all. He had the money for it also. The amount of extra harassment that he could have been doing with the added in range. How much easier it is to hold his own against those disruptors and stuff like this. It's just an entirely different game at that point in time. So, unfortunate, but that is the game sometimes. We're going to continue onwards here. Pillars of Gold, map number 3. Once again, BYUN's map choice. Let's see what he has planned for us this time around. Here we go. In the bottom left side, the teamless Terran in the red. Give it up for BYUN. Top right side, we got ourselves a blue Protoss player. Fighting for the Raise Your Edge gamers. He is Zest. So it's the best versus the one-man army. I mean, it's nice being the best, but if you're the best, does that mean you're going to be able to beat an entire army, right? Even though it is a one-man army, it still makes you wonder, right? You're still going to be better than the combined forces of an entire army, which would imply multiple people together, right? Overall. They really are cheating the system of English language here. With this one. Guess it depends on, as well, what kind of army you are. A one-man army of... One-man army of, like, I don't know, kinder school children. Or even the teachers, right? Probably not going to be that great. Probably not going to be that great. Unless if you have just an enormous amount, perhaps. Who knows? Anyway. Don't think that's a fair thing to say about BYUN's nickname, to be fair. Yeah, neither of these players doing anything too particular just quite yet. I suppose the biggest deal here is that we see BYUN now not going for the factory before the command center. Is actually going to try his luck a bit more so with the macro game this time around. Not going for the engineering bay block either, so maybe he's just doubling down on the overall standards here. Sometimes the standards can be the thing that catches your opponent off guard if you're opening up a little bit more aggressive than games before in the best of 5 or any type of series there, of course. Here we go. First blood. The Adapt does manage to get into the base as well, actually. Not sure if he wants to let that shade finish. Okay. I think it would have been alright. Overall, probably would have gotten himself 1 or 2 more probe or SCV kills, but gonna try to combine his powers with the other Adapt here. Can make this fight happen. Great micro here from Zest. Doing a really good job. It's going to be able to shut that down for now. We'll not be able to slow down the command center again, though. We'll lose a SCV here. Another one. Yeah, that's not going to be saved. And another Adapt shows up. So, yeah, Zest quite committed to just being able to keep doing this. A gateway blockade here with the Robo there as well. So the Robo did get scouted. But BYUN not going to be able to get any type of other scouting going on here, nor maybe do some damage onto the probe line here as well. This is the painful thing about a Adept and containment like this. You're not really capable of making SCVs from your natural. I mean, BYUN's still giving it a good go here, and actually does manage to make one and save it as well. That's quite nice. As the 6 Marines here, they should be enough to deal with the Adepts, and the Adepts will start moving backwards. Ooh, nice sketch there on that probe, delaying that third. As he figures out that there is going to be a third as well, I suppose. Most likely, anyway. I mean, sometimes we see people do a bit of a fake there as well, but I don't think Zest is going to try to fake this, right? How many gateways do we have? 2. Yeah, he's just gonna macro up like crazy here. Maybe have his Stalker still across the map, but well, I guess there's a Raven coming, so it's probably a good thing that he keeps them here. In this particular case, it's good that he has his Stalkers in the main base. Observer and the Raven. The awkward crime-fighting duo. It's kind of sitting there. Starts getting impatient. He's like, alright, come on then. Get over here with that Raven. Actually moving everything. Oh yeah, okay. He still knows. I mean, it is quite the obvious spot there in the on the minimap. We'll be heading across as well with his own bit of harassment. 2 Adapts and 2 Stalkers in the War Prism loaded up. We'll try to get themselves a couple of those SCV kills, I'd imagine. There we go, already doing a pretty good job, delaying some of the production, and I would say he's going to get 5 workers minimum. There we go. Ooh, boy. Okay. Gets out of there. Liberator here on the other side as well, actually, the top left side. They get on top of the 12 o'clock base. And there we go, there's the siege up. Already being spotted there, though, by the blue Protoss. Very quick pull away. The Liberator will try to make his daring escape. A fugitive on the run, as they say. Alright, here we go. This is the timing that BYUN was looking for, it seems. He's got himself some stim pack. He's got himself quite the magnificent force of siege tanks. And still has that Raven hanging about. Still has a Liberator as well, by the way. Remember that. That Liberator could come in as BYUN takes away the attention of Zest from that third base. And tries to send all his stuff over to deal with the encroaching attack right now towards his natural. And his main base, the Liberator could come in from behind again as well. And force a couple of Stalkers to either stick in this area. Look at that. That's actually 4 units right now kind of stuck because of that one Liberator. If you get a Liberator to kill off those 4 units at the start of the fight without anything else happening, which is kind of what's happening right now. Because he's keeping those units here. That's a good thing. Guess he doesn't need those depths there though, to be fair. There we go, that's the Liberator. Probes are going to start going down. 2 medevac's worth of units towards the main base. Will be the moments where we have Zest gonna gun down the siege tanks here. A good fight indeed. The siege tanks still targeting down the Zealots. I don't really like that. Much more prefer the targeting of the Stalkers. It's a lot more bonus damage right there to be found. 2 medevacs do get out of that. 11 probes in total go down. Not sure how many was that from the Liberator and how many from the Marines, but looked like the Marines got the majority there overall. Pillars of Gold is always the decider map. I mean, it's only map number 3, so we still have map number 4 behind this. And then perhaps the map number 5 as well. It's the best of 5, that's right. It's so good. It's so good, buddy. Alright, storm upgrade coming down for Zest. BYUN is trying to set up shop here in the third base location, as well as the main base of Zest. 2 medevacs coming back around. Sees that there's absolutely nothing. Good moment. Finding this opportunity. May try to move in with his other forces there as well. So a little bit further away from the front door. Oh my god, he's going to get the Templar Archives. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Ridiculous. That is beautiful damage right there. That's going to have to be recreated here. It's going to slow down Zest AoE damage in enormous amounts. And, you know what, we're going to get the EMP upgrades here before we get the Storm, in fact, as well. So that is that's a very good thing for BYUN here. Zealot's going to attempt to run by in another base. That's not there just quite yet. May try to run into the natural then, I suppose. Double medevac once again, looking for... Oh, there we go. Finds the Observer. Okay, that's a bit of nice damage there being found by Zest. There's an Observer over here as well, actually. That did see the medevacs moving out. Not sure if BYUN realized it afterwards. But I think Zest definitely did. Look at how he's moving to intercept a potential drop here. Trying to find it. He's getting close. There it is. Alright, blinking underneath. There we go. 3 medevacs filled with units. Hello, sir. Did you order something from Amazon? What about an entire Terran army for absolutely free? That is insane. That is nuts. And Zest here. I mean, he took a loss of 6 probes there due to the Widow Mines, I would assume. But man, that is a great hit on those medevacs right there. Storm is about to finish up as well again, so... I mean, those High Templar will finally be able to feel worthy of their name. And their price, of course, in money as well. Rather expensive buggers, aren't they? Ooh, careful! Alright, does manage to get this War Prism here, perhaps? Oh, the Marines! All the Marines die. Does he have more Marines? No, okay, no more Marines anyway in the neighborhood. So the medevac, or the War Prism does manage to move out of that location there, just barely. Does keep one of the High Templars around as well. Well done, well done. I'm liking the Zealot flanks also continuously being set up by Mr. Zest. Very good stuff. Getting himself the 4th base right now. 4th base for BYUN. Where's that being produced at? Okay, it's just over here. There we go. We'll fly over. It's going to get scouted quite early on. As the SCVs come in. Walking into that Widowmine there, apparently. Did that Widowmine really already get 5 kills? That is pretty nutty. Quite impressive. Oh, great EMPs right there. The War Prism is incredibly low. Look at that HP right there. The Vikings are coming closer and closer. Does target it down. The High Templar completely out of energy here. Suddenly, BYUN finds himself on the grip of just getting an amazing fight right there. The Widowmine's not entirely hitting the perfect connections, but doing an alright job. Suddenly, the flank of the Zealots, though, comes back around. Those Zealots set up for a counterattack, coming in incredibly useful in a moment like that. Being able to take out so many more forces of BYUN there, otherwise than he would have. Here we go, moving even deeper into BYUN territory. Is this the right call? Is he overextending? It's hard to say. BYUN, his army is kind of in scrambles, to be fair, but more and more Vikings are joining in as well. The Colossi is still a little bit low. Comes down to positioning here, I would say, and how well we have those bio forces spread out for BYUN here against the Colossi firepower. There we go. Another supply depot does go down. That's always a good thing here for Zest. Just kind of get rid of those little tiny things, so the Zealots will be able to get that charge onto the bio forces instead of those little pesky supply depots, of course. It's never a good thing. Also costs a lot of extra, of course, just damage. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what happens. This is a horrendous fight here for BYUN. Looks like Zest kind of out-rotated him. And now look at the Colossi firepower just swiping away onto those units trying to run up the ramp. All clumped up together. No way to really spread out here. And as soon as they get anywhere near the top side of the ramp, the Zealots suddenly start rushing in and stop the encroachments of the Terran forces here. Another base does fall for BYUN. BYUN taking a lot of damage here. Overall, 26 workers go down. Zest lost his main AoE damage dealing units as well, but it looks like he's not going to be too bothered. He knows that BYUN not in a spot to chase him, and is just going to move back towards his own side of the map, recreate those more valuable units, and most likely try again in a little bit here. Very, very good moment there for Zest, claiming quite the decisive victory in that battle right there, but we've seen BYUN make some comebacks happen. Will he be able to do it here? I'm not entirely certain. Gonna fly over his main base, so that's good, right? Gonna delay the amount of overall minerals that he's missing out on here a little bit. Or minimize the overall amount that he's missing out on. Alright, this could be an opportunity as well here for BYUN, I suppose. Unfortunately, the Stalkers getting word about the army of the Terran here. It's a sad ghost. That's quite a sad ghost indeed. I think that was the last ghost within this army as well. So, okay, now we do have another one, but we don't have that many points of energy on this one, which is a problem. Zest, I mean, he doesn't even care. He's just like, alright, well, if you're just bamboozling your way around the map, I don't care. I'm just gonna run straight in here. Get another base killed off. His Colossi are a bit exposed on the back foot of this. Another storm comes in as well as the War Prism gets taken out. Another Colossi getting shot down here, I would assume. There we go. Does happen. Is this now still enough for BYUN? He does have bio versus mostly gateway forces, but the Archon's doing a great job as well with the Zealots, tanking everything. GG is called. Zest stampeding over his opponents here. GG. Indeed. Taking game number 3 as well. Suddenly, Zest gonna put himself onto match point. BYUN having a rough time. Having a real rough time here versus Zest. And I was not anticipating this right now. Zest, he is looking absolutely wonderful once again. A couple of last times when I saw him on the streams that I do, it was a sour disappointment. And I mean, here we have him just shining on through like an absolute beast once again. That we know he can be, right? He's proved it over and over and over again, but it's just weird. Sometimes it seems like he's just in a weekly slump or something, and then suddenly he has a good week, and then he has a bad week, and then he has a good week, right? It's not as a good day. It really is like a good week, or maybe like 2 good weeks and then 2 bad weeks. It's weird. You thought it was going to be a 3-0 for okay, for BYUN. Yeah, okay. I was wondering. Yeah. Honestly, I thought BYUN would have a good time here as well, and Zest maybe get like 1 game overall. Oh, the wrong map. We got the wrong map. Oxide, Death, Pillars, Light Shade. So we got to do Light Shade right now, and afterwards Romanticide. You never know with Zest. Parting versus Zest finals? Maybe. Maybe. BYUN still could win this, of course. I mean, he just needs 2 victories here, and if anyone can do it, I'd say it's BYUN, right? Or Cure, or Innovation, or Maru, or Clem. Are we forgetting someone? Probably. Dream? Dream, maybe. Dream has been pretty good recently. Didn't Dream 3-0 Zest recently as well? Wasn't that like yesterday? Or like 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah, yesterday was Thursday. I don't know. Here we go. On match point, the blue Protoss player here in the top left side. It's from Raise Your Edge Gaming. It is Zest. His opponent needs 2 victories in a row. Will he be able to get those right now? Or at least start the comeback once more. He's the red Terran. He's teamless. He is BYUN. The Korean pocket knife of Terran here. Let's see what tool he decides to unfold this time. Alright. Double gas. Double gas. Zest is going to get the scout off on this. Wonder how far BYUN is going to take this as well, actually, with the double gas. Could be plenty of things, really. Alright, making it look like he wants to grab that command center, I suppose. Zest never scouted the double gas here, by the way. There we go, there's that factory once more. Let's see if he goes for the command center straight afterwards right now. I'm not sure if he will. There's still a lot of gas that he's farming up here. I would assume we're going to see a starport. Am I alright? What do you mean? What did it say? What made you wonder whether I'm alright? Oh, because it was like... Nyeh. No, I was making noises for the SCV, trying to... I guess that was it. I admit, that was a bit weird. Oh, it was a lot of fun to do. Alright, medevac. With the Hellions here. Indeed. Gonna make himself an armory also. Is this a Hellbat drop? Thought I fell off my chair or something. No, no, no. What in the world? Okay, no. Okay, we're gonna start off with the Hellions, and then we'll have the Widowmine drop with the armory there as well. This is very dedicated. All right, well, I mean, there's a lot of probes to kill, I suppose. There's a lot of probes to kill. Here we go. That's the first wave. The Hellions already on top of this. There we go. Would be great if we get the Oracle energy also spent on top of these Hellions here, of course. 6 workers so far. That is going to be 8. One more shot here. Could get 2. There we are. 10 kills. And the Oracle also using up quite a bit of its energy. I mean, no. Oh, he's still going as well. Yeah, that's going to run out empty. That's going to go up to 9. Okay, that's all right. But no Revelation energy this time now. As the Widow Mines are coming in. Let's see how well the Phoenixes can stay on top of this. We have 1 Phoenix in total. There we go. All right, let's see. Widow Mine 1, Widow Mine 2. Underground. There you go. One of them. Good shot. Hitting a bit of the medevac there as well. And now being picked up by the Phoenix. Would be great if he gets that back into the ground. Please, please, please. Oh, I mean... Okay, well, this doesn't matter. Alright, so that's a bit of a shame. More Widow Mines over here. Looking like they got 2 more kills in total. More Widow Mines here through the middle as well. Gonna try to get back into that medevac. Medevac is very, very low on HP. I hope that's gonna be okay. Hope he doesn't break down as he's trying to make something work here. At this point, you could see the boosters actually breaking down that medevac, right? Just the extra movement suddenly. The momentum of the medevac just kind of slapping it down. Alright, so yeah, 1 more Widow Mine here onto the 3rd base. Okay, okay. I prefer that actually. Why bank your unit there on, you know, most likely going to be lost there. Oh, Oracle does manage to escape this part of town also. I feel like that Widow Mine is there already for the potential 4th base. Oh, coming closer. Sneaking in. Fairly certain Zest saw that as his depths move further backwards here as well. Waiting for the Revelation energy. Twilight Council coming up for Zest as well, as we have that 3rd base. A quick 3rd base behind this for BYUN. I mean, you may as well try to be a bit more greedy after an opening like that, right? I mean, sure, he did get, what, 13 workers killed, but at the same time, that was such an enormous investment. The Hellions, the Widow Mines, the medevac, all before getting himself his own 2nd base. Now, sure, he may be able to bring it back up around the same ballpark here with the 3rd base being as quick as well, but he's gonna have a rough time assembling an army to really get a timing attack going here. That's actually scary enough to be a threat to Zest. And Zest is already grabbing himself the next set of tier, I would imagine. Right, where are the Colossi? Okay, no, he's just gonna go straight into a ton of extra gateways and Templar archives. Interesting. So no Colossi after the Phoenix this time around. Which is pretty cool to see, because normally that is the way to go. And we have Mr. BYUN here also kind of prepping for that. Making himself some Vikings, right? I suppose the Vikings also there to help out against the Phoenix. They're a good way to poke at them from afar, force them out of your base, zone them away. And be the in-between barrier before the Marines really can get there to deal with them also. But still, wondering if we're going to see more of them coming in here momentarily. Just kind of expecting the Colossi. Nice sketch on one of those Phoenix. Ooh, careful. Losing one Viking as well. Almost losing another Phoenix though also. Zest is just going to go for a Zealot Archon army composition. Interesting. I mean, with the amount of gateways he's got, do you guys think he's just going to try to go across here? He's making another robo, so who knows? Is that the first way? Is that the first robo? It is. Okay, my bad. Alright, fair enough. These Phoenix is really doing a number, though, on these units lost tabs. Look at that. Quite crazy. If it wasn't for those 13 probes. That would have been an absolutely baller statistic right there for Zest. Alright, BYUN. BYUN. 69 army supplied. Time to go. Best moment to do so. Still more potential Phoenix harassments. Always on the lookout. It's a status trap there. Oh, that could be massive. That is massive. That is as massive as it gets. Oh my god, that is large. That is... Oh, that may just be GG right then and there, guys. That one status trap really putting BYUN up for a tough call to make here. Is he going to try to save his own army? Or is he going to let that army go down? Reinforcements is coming in here as well. Needs to get everything together. There we go. Now on two sides all of a sudden. The Zealots on the right. Zealots on the left. And that is another status trap right there. Another one just walking straight down into it. And yeah, that is just an army you're going to have to say goodbye to here, being BYUN. Incredibly rough. Another status trap, finding more value here at this particular time and place. There we go. Stimming. At least he's stimming still, but that is just killed off so incredibly quickly. He got the sentry as well. That's some nice targeting there. But yeah, those Archons, that is just splash damage. Just like, just instantly you're gone. You're just gone. So, I mean, that is a rough thing right here for BYUN. That is an incredibly rough thing for BYUN. I mean, already we were talking about how his army is not going to be that magnificent. It's not going to be as strong as it normally would be because of everything that happened beforehand. But at the same time, I mean, to then also walk into status traps like that. Oh, God. Oh, that has put him in such an horrendous place. I'm not sure how he would be able to recover from this. I mean, getting harassment done, keeping Zest in his own base, maybe stuff like this, right? Slowly but surely gaining small trades here and there. But a straight up fight most likely won't be going into his favor here anytime soon. Let's wait and see. It's about to have +2/+2, so that's pretty good. Zest does not have his +1 armor quite yet, so that could definitely help out the Terran player here with the trades. There we go. Nice EMP on top of those Zealots. Let's see. Oh, the Ghosts are going to get taken out there. There's some feedback going on. That's already 12 SCVs, 14 going down here. And BYUN feeling like he has no business taking that fight right there. And I don't blame him. Trying to rotate around here. Trying to open up this area. Try to fight in a place where there's just more maneuverability for him. He's also got his Widow Mine set up over this side. Only one of them does manage to get a hit off. Even hitting some of the Marines and the Marauders there as well. I think we may have ourselves a victor here, guys. I think Zest may just be able to do it here slightly. That army supply looking rather terrifying. He's still warping in more Zealots as well. Just needs to have those Zealots out and about in the front instead of the back. More great EMP coming down for BYUN. BYUN just trying to heal up his units once again as EMP strike once more. The target fire of those Colossi is pretty darn impressive. As we have BYUN taking quite the beating here, I would say. More of his economy goes down. More of this base is just not mining. And this army is, well, getting smaller and smaller. One Colossi does get picked off, but at what cost? So many of BYUN's army units now gone. GG is called. And Zest takes game number 4 as well. Will be able to put himself into the finals here in the best of 7 versus Parting. Very well played there.